Can we say that those people who raised their hands earlier have just been collectively elected to take up an encampment on this site?
Yes.
Do we have anyone who wants to block or make a point?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the last time, I'm still saying, if you want to make this a unique occupation that's different from any occupation in the country, the way to do that is to maintain a presence without camping. And that's the last word I'll say about it.
Do we need a mic check on that, or you want me to repeat it?
Repeat it.
Repeat it. He said that one of the ways we could make Sebastopol stand out in the overall occupation movement is to not actually occupy it overnight, I guess. But
No. I'm saying we occupy without living here.
An occupation without an encampment.
So, that means it's a rotation of people who are here. Like, they agree every 3 hours or every 4 hours, they change the staff that are representing the encampment without sleeping.
Like, not at night?
You maintain
All night long.
24-hour presence.
As a point of process, to maintain a 24-hour presence, we just got about 6 votes of people who would stay here tonight.
But without camping.
Without camping, you mean standing up?
Like, with no tents or sleeping bags?
But the thing is it rotates so that your watch is only 4 hours or 3 hours, and then there's a shift change.
So, if a 4-hour shift change in an 8-hour night means that if we had 8 volunteers, 4 of them would have to come for half the night, and then the other 4 would have to show up and replace them.
Is the camping thing, the issue about the camping thing, is it because there's no facilities and that would be, is that the problem? Or why are you not?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Let's get back on stack, I apologize.
Well, what about the people who want to camp but have nowhere to go after their 4-hour shift?
Sir, you're second.
Forgive me. I don't know the hand sign that you asked about.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
You're forgiven.
You asked if there was any comments about an encampment.
You asked if there was any comments about an encampment.
I want to encourage you, whether you're here 4 hours or overnight.
I want to encourage you whether you're here for 4 hours or overnight.
Develop an inclusive relationship city fathers
With the city fathers.
And mothers.
Mothers too.
And mothers too. I don't care.
Police department.
The police department.
And as you've already done in the business, your sense
And the businesses.
your sense of having relationship.
The sense of having a relationship
Is going to be your coin of the realm.
is going to be your coin of the
Your point of
realm.
the realm. Critical.
Especially with the law enforcement guys. There's good guys. There's idiots. There's idiots here too.
All right, good.
Thank you.
You were third, and then
Include myself in that.
Homeless people want to sleep here anyways.
Well, they're going to.
I mean, I'm all for helping to find solutions to help those who need a home. Or I think that's something our community needs to, it's a part of the problems. But the focus of us being here, what is that? Let's keep it clear. And if we could occupy without breaking the city ordinance or causing problems by having a presence that isn't necessarily sleeping here. It's a vigilance that represents an occupation without having tents. that could be a solution. It's a thought, and that's just supporting his idea as I understand it.
Okay, well, we've got 2 points of process.
I understand what you're saying, but tents in itself create a different kind of visibility.
That's kind of what I was going to say. The tents are kind of a symbol of the whole Occupy movement. And it's also creating an information center for people going through. So.
Yeah.
Plus it gets cold at night.
So,
kind of need a tent.
It's a lot better. Nobody's coming by to get information at 4 o'clock in the morning, honestly.
Yeah. And then
my turn.
Yeah.
I have concern for the people that are going to be holding this down. I feel like it's important to stand behind them and let them have the comforts of a tent, have the comforts of, you know, whatever it takes for them. Like I personally don't plan on being here all the time. I plan on supporting it in any way I can with my family. But I think that yeah, that's the least that I can do to support the people that are actually giving up the comforts of a warm bed and a warm shower all the time.
Yeah. Was there a response over here? Okay, ma'am, and then you.
How many tents are we talking about? And maybe we should have a limit them somehow so it doesn't get out of hand.
That was a proposal to basically, like we had before, to kind of vet the occupation process, have it be limited and a certain size, which again is
limited.
That is something that we all have to come to agreement on.
Okay, so your response?
Wait. We have this guy.
If the agreement is reached to encamp here, we ought to make sure there's no drug, alcohol use, and responsibility is taken for all the encampment here.
Okay, and then you had a response.
That's kind of an addition to all these, is that I think a lot of the good media around this movement has been that these people are occupying 24 hours a day. But I think most of the bad media that's been surrounding it, bad images, are surrounding the lack of facilities and the lack of cleanliness. And I don't think that's an acceptable part. I think if we're going to be tents, it needs to be like a campsite, not like, you know.
I don't know who spoke over here before, but that was possibly a good compromise between the two ideas. Suppose there is one tent for that skeleton crew that's going to spend the night.
I have a suggestion to at least go forward from this point that maybe we could vote on. It would be to start, if there's an occupation here tonight, an encampment here tonight, to outline a space here where it's acceptable to be. Possibly out there on the corner, farthest from where this farmer's market sets up. And that there be a agreed upon limit of tents that can be there tonight. Which doesn't sound like that's a problem because we only got 8 people saying they want to stay.
Well,
can we motion that? Is that a yes? Yes.
Yes.
All right, motion that. Does everybody understand what I just proposed? Yes.
Does anyone have a critical interjection?
Questions? Interjections?
Just real quick, I just thought of like, we're everybody gonna go to the bathroom? Like, that's my
Like we're gonna need ice cream.
So are we going to vote on this now? Yes. Yes? All right. In favor of that idea.
Wait, repeat the idea, please.
Sorry. Point of process.
Can the public restrooms be kind of open?
Are they? Are they already? No.
That may be a shortage issue in the future.
Could we talk to city council about that?
Can we talk to city council about that? I heard they're mostly all here. Did they leave?
No, he's right. One of them is
Okay,
right there.
we're right here.
Other cities are providing porta potties. I don't think that is the issue, and I really think we need to look at the crew and skeleton, and we don't want to oppress.
Maintain
We don't want to
order.
oppress it and add rules to something that's meant for expansion.
Right.
Sorry.
No, it's
No, that's,
Are you city council maybe?
I'm city council.
You're city council.
As far as city council knows, the restrooms are open all night.
As far as city council knows, those restrooms are already open all night.
We will try and make sure if they're not, they are.
If they will try to make sure they are. Yeah!
Yeah.
Doesn't this feel good?
Alright, we got a response here.
Did we get that written down? That the bathrooms are open all night? That they need to be cleaned? We will clean them! Occupy can clean them! Anything else on this issue on the encampment?
Over here.
Do we want to talk about logistics of it?
Yeah.
My observation in Santa Rosa when camping began, that there were just, 100 tents, 50 tents. Still, they're not being occupied. They're a placeholder. I think that it would be good to have a few tents, make a presence, but not occupy with a bunch of empty tents.
We actually just voted on that, and we voted to make the occupation, at least as we're going forward, a limited space with a certain amount of tents, which doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem tonight for sure. Although it was suggested, and your concern is very valid, that once that process begins, it may quickly multiply. And so we realized that as we made that vote, that is a possibility. And that if it does happen, then the next time the GA comes up, we address it. Right?
wait, did we vote for an encampment already?
Yes, we did.
When did that vote?
Wait, we're about to. We haven't voted on it.
I thought we didn't. You didn't? We're still making what's the process?
You made a motion for it. We didn't vote. So, yeah, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
A proposal to have an encampment tonight.
Well, let's make sure it's clear again. You don't know how many people care. The proposal is to make the encampment located away from the farmer's market, and to make it only a certain size.
What size? What size? Yeah, what is that?
We only had 8 people volunteer to even stay so far. Now that's ambiguous and doesn't necessarily mean anything. So, if we go, should we go with that number? Is 8, say a dozen people? I'm talking about tents, people.
How many tents?
So we're saying 4, 3,
1,
5, 6, 1.
How can we limit how many people if people want to be here?
We can't.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't agree to go forward with that as an idea.
Trying to keep it contained away from the farmer's market so that it's not disruptive tomorrow. Not having it all over the place. Trying to,
No specific number.
Yeah,
At least start with a specific number.
Okay, well,
try to keep it contained.
Easy dozen as well.
12 tents. 12 tents. All right, one process here, and we had several.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Do you want to do it? She's saying that that's getting into a group campsite, and that if there were, for example, 12 tents, that there wouldn't be enough room for them. Although, what I've seen in Occupies is that the tents are really, really, really close together. They're not spread out like you would be at a campground.
And that's just a hypothetical limit, anyway.
Yeah.
To begin with for tonight.
And we got another point of process and then a response.
I was thinking if more people do join, we can just kind of catch them up on the rules, tell them to try to keep clean, organized, for the people that do come, but we should have a limited number at first.
And we're saying the goal of this movement in Sebastopol going forward is to really keep the encampment, no matter how large it does or doesn't get, very orderly and clean, organized, and focused.
Sir, you had a response? And then...
I thought maybe we should define the space where we can get together and then
Mic check.
He wanted us to define the space as we're going forward. And I've already suggested that it should start as close to that corner as possible.
That's out of the way of the market.
Right.
Echoing him that rather than picking, there's big tents and little tents. Let's designate space because I've seen huge tents and little tiny ones.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, as long as it's a cooperative, you already did an issue where you're cooperating with the farmers market, like, here's how many checks are. It's a huge issue in life right now, like,
Yeah.
bring it on. Like,
I agree with that.
Mike check.
Mic check!
I gotta make a song today.
oh, I'm just saying, like,
He's just saying.
It's just saying.
as long as it's cooperative
As long as it's cooperative.
with the farmers market,
With the farmers market.
everybody's feeling good.
And everybody's feeling good.
The place is clean.
The place is clean.
Who cares how many people there are?
Who cares how many people there are?
Very important time.
This is an important time.
Let's listen it and go forward.
Let's go forward.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. All right. So, the proposal was to vote to okay an encampment tonight as close to the road as possible with absolute order, organization, networking with the community, making everybody feel as good as possible and represented, and so that all of our issues and needs are met.
How did it vary from farmers market?
There's no limit to the tents.
We'll keep it orderly. Yeah, we'll keep it orderly. That's as much as we can.
How can we do
Yeah. Promising
It's
to
a
keep
First
it orderly.
Amendment right.
Okay, but what I'm saying, we have voted to have an unlimited tent encampment here. That vote has been made.
That is an extreme view of what we've just done, and it is a possibility that
Well,
it
we
could
said to keep it limited. We're going to try to keep it limited, keep it contained, orderly, clean,
He said that we are
and cooperate
going
with
to
the farmers market and city.
approve an unlimited encampment here.
Yeah, we have a response?
I have a proposal.
Or a proposal?
I would like to propose that on the other side of that beautiful tree that's losing all its leaves that's closest to us, so we have a little bit more space, I mean, so that we can stay, and let's keep it over there.
Can we
And
keep the
let's go.
encampment on this side of the plaza?
And then let's
Northeast of the gazebo. Point of process here.
For now.
Process. Mic check!
Spring. If there's not enough space here,
If there's not enough space here,
there are other public lawn areas.
There are other public lawn
that would be available, and they have the facilities.
He's saying there are other places that we can have encampments besides this one if we outgrow this space. In addition, that is beautiful. Such as Ice Park, public parks,
so
the police station.
I propose for tonight, we camp this side of the gazebo.
Of the gazebo.
Yes.
Cool. Is there any blocks?
Can we move forward? Hey!
Consensus!
Good news break that I'll share with the group. I talked to the tellers at the Redwood Credit Union yesterday. They're overwhelmed with new applications. The tellers told me they think it's about a 30% upsurge just in the last 2 weeks.
Our next agenda item.
That's progress, folks. That's real progress.
There's a new credit union branch of the Redwood Credit Union opening in Sebastopol, running again Monday at 9 a.m.
Let's get into business. All right, this is a perfect opportunity to move to bank transfer day. If you don't know, today's the day to move your money out of Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase Bank, and any other bank that
to these local community banks that have been sending people to school, giving back to our community, investing in our local businesses, and helping us maintain anything we have left after these big banks took most of it. Cool. Point of fact, I used to bank with Bank of the West, and I looked into their financial history. They did not receive bailout money as far as I can find. However, their corporate headquarters are in Paris, and only 4% of their profit stays in Sonoma County. And one quick comment about tea, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. You guys are doing some really great things out here. But just as an announcement, I'm Samantha, and I work over at the Fusion's Tea House in Sonoma Chocolatiers. We are a local Sebastopol organization. We have a lot of born and raised locals that work for us, and we wanted to provide you guys with some support with some free tea and chocolates. What we're going to do is I set up over here, but unfortunately I'm needed back there. So we're going to set it up in front of our tea house. You're welcome to come by and just help yourself.
This woman, she's asked me to do this for her. This is for Community First Credit Union, and she's endorsing them personally. They're a local bank that she thinks if you're going to transfer your money, check them out.
All right. That is also a really good little flyer to take a look at.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, if anyone is out in the rain and they want to come in,
come in.
Come in. Come in out there in the rain.
I got the article.
All right. Does anybody want to talk about bank transfer day anywhere at all? No? Good.